All right. So Gino's had 3 days off. We gave him a tiny little lunge just while we were saddling up and getting the girth up. And it's his second ride in the bosal. So we'll see what he's retained from last time. And also, like I said last time, if today goes really well, I'm going to try and keep it pretty short, because I'd like him to have an easy day, easy mental day. You know, he had a lot of things to think about, or seemed to have a lot of things for him to think about and stretch through the last time. So today we'll hopefully just do a quick revision of everything and put him away. But that will kind of depend on how he responds to things and what happens. So he's nice and soft with this, which is great. Move his back end. Oh, a bit more back end. There we go. And front end. That's it. Go for his back again. Oh, spooking at something. I think it was just the birds up in the rafters. Having said that, this is a very spooky arena. It's sort of one of those arenas horses either love it or hate it. Well, I don't think horses love it. I think some horses learn to deal with it, but they never particularly like it. And then some just always hate it. So you can have a little bit more of a wander and a little bit more of a look to help him settle. But because he's such a cool dude and he was good in here the first time we rode him, I did assume a little that he'd be okay. But yeah, there's a lot of weird traffic noises, train noises, animal noises all close by. So it's going to bend him to a stop. Left leg back, move his hip, lead that out, and front. Yep, there we go. Same again on the other side. So just going to wait for him to bend and yield and stop. Oh boy. It's kind of funny. I saw a post once where, a guy was just flexing around to the side and someone got on there and said, "Oh, that's cruel and inhumane to ask a horse to come around that far." I was like, they obviously don't know horses. Because I've seen horses come around here and they bite and nibble their side when they've got an itch. So I don't see that us coming 3/4 of the way is really knocking them around too much. So he doesn't need much revision on the sacking out, and he's done some bending and everything, so we'll do some jogging. Same like last time, I will keep it all to the right for the moment. You can see him really following that suggestion, and then there's nothing. This bit he's taking care of on his own. Suggest he go that way, and that bit he's taking care of on his own. And we'll swap. Do some to the left for a little while. Because he's a baby, we are holding this lead way out to the side, same as we've done with the halter, just to give him some visual direction as well. G'day, thank you so much for watching. If you could like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications bell, that would be awesome. Thank you. Cheers. Oh, good boy. So you could also tell he's a little bit, coasted along a bit more forward that time, which was great. He, last time I pushed him a bit to go forward, he got a little grumpy and no, you got to go forward. So he's obviously remembered that, which is something that's very cool about this horse. Is he is nice and quiet, but he does remember things really well. Like I said, he's had 3 days off between his last ride and this one. So basic bending and control, sacking out, walk, trot, canter each way, make sure we don't have any arguments there. And then we're going to play around a little bit with that vertical flexion again. If he does a great job, he's going to get an early mark. It's just kind of one of those things. I don't think a horse should expect to come to work every day and have it be challenging. Some days are going to be easier, some days will be harder, but even the hard days we're going to try not to overwhelm them. Just a little bit of a challenge and that's it, because we got to help them grow. And just like us, the only way we grow is you got to step out of your comfort zone a bit. And the best way for us and the best way for a horse is, step out of your comfort zone a little and then take a break. Step out of your comfort zone a little, take a break. You keep doing that, eventually your comfort zone gets really big. If you step way out of your comfort zone, or ask your horse to step way out of his comfort zone, you might make some really accelerated progress, or you might get really scared. Your horse may get really scared and you'll actually go backwards. So I like to always keep nudging on the edge of that comfort zone, just step outside of it and learn to deal with a bit more, and I want my horse to learn to deal with a bit more. You do too much, it may be just too much mentally for everyone. And it also gets intimidating if you did that all the time. You know, it starts to become overwhelming, so we don't want to do that. So we're going to test him straight up today. If he has any troubles, I'm going to go back and play with him on the ground again. Good man, he's straight into it. Excellent. So he picked up right where he left off, which is awesome. And I'll get around so I'm facing the camera a little bit more, because I want you to see just how little pressure's on him. Like, he didn't, you know, he didn't lean in because he was heavy. He just didn't know what I was asking. You can see today just how soft he is. It was like as soon as he knew where to go, where the pressure wasn't, he was super soft. He's doing a little jog on his own, so I don't want to kill that energy, but I don't want him thinking he's got to go all the time too. So there's a bit of a balance, that one. If I say it's okay to go slow and you got a lazy one, well, they might get angry when you ask them to eventually go, which he's displayed a little bit of here and there. But if I get him going too much, he might think that that's his job, and I don't want that either. I don't want him to think when in doubt I should go. Oh, now. So again, you can see it's just fingertips. There he goes. Awesome job. So we've got some vertical flexion standing still, with some vertical flexion where he's gone into reverse. Let's see if we can get a little bit while we're walking forward. Nice job. So already, like, he's you know, displaying a good understanding. So just going to keep it in there just for a few strides. I don't know whether the microphone picked that up. The train beeped right behind us. Yeah. So the reason, you know, pretty soon I go to a few strides is I don't want him to tuck his nose in and immediately expect to have slack. So he kind of tucks his nose in and throws his nose straight out. I want him to think, you know, he's got to work within that little boundary I set him just for a period of time, and then I give it back to him. Even at this stage, like, he's displaying great understanding, so I'm stepping it up to a few strides. And we're only walking, so it's not, you know, it's not a big physical ask for him. Oh, we're working through a draw stop. And even there, you know, like last time we worked him, we only got a stride or two, and he's just, you know, folding straight back off it today. So he's doing a wonderful job. And this is kind of an interesting little thing to think about on a horse like this too. Is he's doing such a great job today, you get awful tempted to ask him how to jog. But I'm not going to. And it's not because of what he's doing. It's not because of what he's doing today. There's something distracted both of us then. It's not because of what he's doing today, it's what he did last time. So last time when we first introduced him to this, it was obviously a big deal and he had trouble figuring it out. And he's got it sorted now. But I don't want to just move him straight on as soon as it's sorted. So, or if he can just do what we did last time real easy. And if he did it really easy the first time and really easy this time, well then I might ask him for a couple of strides at a jog. But this is one of those times, you know, kind of forcing yourself to go slower to make sure he's real secure. So like I said at the start, you know, he might be, you might have days where things are being a little tricky and he kind of runs through everything and he goes to, like you can just picture him going back to the stable tonight thinking he's really smart. He got everything sorted. He didn't run into any hassles. He got these humans sorted out. He knew exactly what to do to get these humans to leave him alone. So he's had a great day. And he needed one of them because, you know, maybe the last time he was kind of like, oh, I'm not real sure. But anyway, perfect day today. He retained everything. Whoop. What you looking at? Anyway, give your horse a rub. He's doing the best he can with the human he got stuck with. G'day. Thank you very much for watching. I do really appreciate it. This video of Gino's journey is meant to be more of a entertainment video, not educational, as in it's not a how-to video. All horses react and start differently. If you are going to attempt to start your own horse, you really need to enlist the help of a seasoned professional or get a seasoned professional to do your horse for you and get them started. It's not an easy job, and it's not a job to be taken lightly because this is your horse's introduction to the rest of his riding career, and it's really not to be messed with. So take it for what it is. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's been a lot of fun to share, and I really appreciate that you've taken the time to watch it and that you'll keep watching the channel. Thank you very much. Cheers.